as like a small village with like the revolution of the communication. So what's happening right now here might be somebody else in Australia seeing it at this minute. So it started off in Tunisia and it spread out to Egypt and started in Syria back on March 2015, 2011. However, in Syria, the regime in Syria, they are probably the most brutal in the world. It's not like what happened in Tunisia or Egypt. Police were like different. In Syria, they had the army involved on this. So the whole army spread all over Syria and start bombing city, arresting people left and right. There's like over 100,000 killed, over like 2 million refugees all over the neighboring countries like Turkey and Jordan, Lebanon. So the regime chose to fight with its own people, and also not to mention like supported by Russia and Iran. The United States stand with the Syrian people, but until now they didn't take really serious action to stop this massacre, what's going on in Syria right now. President of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, which is the son of his Hafiz al-Assad, which is, they've been in power 45 years. One family is like they own the country. They slave the people, they slaughter them. They really cut their, they really slaughter the people literally like they're with knives. Again, the United States is with the Syrian people, but they are waiting for the UN to take an action or resolution. Russia, China, they are opposing any resolution for intervention, military intervention by the UN. Like in Libya, the United States stand up and they push really hard, and then they got rid of Gaddafi. Until now, the United States is not taking like really serious action against Bashar al-Assad, which is the current president of Syria. Hopefully in the near future, like not probably a month or two, it will happen.
What do you think the reason is? Why they're not taking action? What do you believe?
It's Russia. Russia and China and Iran, they are supporting the regime in Syria big time. And seriously, it's not like just by like politically. They're sending weapons by air, by land, by sea, and they're sending also manpower, intelligence.
All kind of support.
And it's really scary. And what's the regime in Syria getting the country toward like civil war, like what happened in Lebanon 30 years ago. And then Syria, like probably most of you don't know, Syria is like very diversified country. It's just pretty much like California. It has all kind of ethnicity, religion, and then what the regime have done and they've been doing, they're like telling these people, oh, be careful from those guys. Those guys, they're coming to kill you at night, things like that. And it's already started. But Syrian people are really, they're not naive. They understand it. But in a secluded area like small town or villages, it happened. So that's really, really scary. If the civil war started in Syria, it might spread all over the region. It might go to Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, Palestine, Israel, everywhere.
Already started in Lebanon.
And
So-
Tripoli.
Right?
Yeah, north side
This
of
is
Lebanon,
6.
yes. So what we are trying to do here as a Syrian community who is with the revolution, we're trying to put some pressure on the administration here. We have what we call Syrian American Council, and then
I've attended
we
your
are
meeting.
lobbying in Washington D.C. and to put some pressure on the administration to make like strong steps toward like stopping this massacre over there and putting pressure on Russia and China, because Russia and China, they use these two vetoes against a resolution anti the regime in Syria. So we're hoping, we're trying the best we can do, and with your support, everybody's support, Sheriff Baka and you yourself and everybody, we might be able to put an end to it.
Well, I attended the meeting that you guys had in Orange County, the
Yeah.
anniversary, and I
Yeah.
heard Ambassador Ford when he
Yeah,
got up
he
and he
was, yeah,
spoke.
he
I mean,
was.
you got great people pushing
Right.
this through Washington or to the White
Right.
House. But what else are you guys doing?
We really like, I mean, the demonstrators in Syria, they were totally peaceful. But the regime isolate these people and start shooting to kill. Snipers, tanks all over cities. They destroyed, like city of Homs, it's like 2 million people population. Three-quarters of the city destroyed. There's like 1 million Syrians inside Syria, refugees in surrounding cities. These people need food, they need like shelters, and so on and so forth. And the regime are sealing the country. They're not allowing any aid going inside to Syria. So it's really disaster, really big problem. So we hope for the best. I mean, peacefully. We don't want any civil war or any things like that. I'm ready to take any question. Any question?
Besides attending your meetings, what can we do?
I mean, as a sheriff department or as a human being?
Both.
As both human being, we have to, you know, like I said, Syria need aid. The Syrian, there's over 1 million refugees in the surrounding countries. Like Turkey, they have like 200,000. Jordan, about 150, 200,000 also. Lebanon, same thing. Inside Syria, there's over 1 million refugees. Those people need food, shelters, and then support. Politically, you can put pressure on your congressman. Ask him to do put pressure on Washington. Humanitarian aid, we have organization who's doing this. Anybody want to donate clothes, money,
Medicine.
medicine? We have people who handle this. Yeah. So this is a way to help. You can help by donating money, clothes, medicine. Politically, you can ask your representative, senator, local representative, and talk about Syria, about humanitarian aid to Syria. Yeah, basically, this is it.
We could also support President Obama in helping him, he has to push through things that he's doing.
Yeah.
Secretary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has been a pretty strong voice out there.
That's right. We met with Clinton several times.
Maybe by helping us, the Syrian community can help in the campaign for the president also.
Well, you could also sign a petition as Syrian Americans and say, we you know, just write a crazy couple sentences about supporting the humanitarian effort for the Syrian people who have been displaced.
Yeah.
And the aid has to be insisted upon, not just through the United Nations, but through the Arab League. Don't leave out the Arab League because they have a certain amount of power that non-Muslim countries don't have.
That's true.
If you put together a petition asking for certain help for the refugees, then we can send it directly to the
We
White
did a
House.
few of those, and we did yesterday, actually last Sunday, we did beneficiary cancer in Anaheim. Collected $3. But again, if they seal off the country, it's hard to get aid to Syria right now. And And the propaganda of the regime said, okay, those are terrorists, those are Al Qaeda. But the people, the Syrian people, and then it's amazing how the regime switched position. The United States of America categorized the Syrian regime under terrorized regime, and they are Al Qaeda supporters. Now the regime says the Syrian people are the Al Qaeda supporter, not them. So it's a very complicated situation in Syria. But with the help of the people and support of everybody will prevail. Syrian regime going down, no matter what. How long it takes, no problem. Any question? Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay.
Great job,
Thank you, sir.